Welcome to our technology and product marketing session. My name is Christian Hartmann. I'm the spokesperson for the Etron GT. In the following minutes, we would like to introduce you to the highlights of the technology and product marketing of the Etron GT family. And for this, I have invited the two product marketing managers of the Etron GT, Stefan Hollichka and Sven Jansen. Both work for Audi Sport and have been involved in the project since the very beginning. Before we start, I would just like to mention that any reference in terms of Etron GT technology also applies to the RS Etron GT. The two vehicles are identical in most cases in terms of technology. Broadly speaking, the Etron GT Quattro and the RS Etron GT only differ in terms of performance and their standard equipment. However, we will address some of the highlights of the RS Etron GT in this session more in detail. Let's start by talking about the fundamental characteristics of the vehicle and its positioning. What's the idea behind the Etron GT, Steff?
The Audi e-tron GT adds another chapter for the Audi success story. A sovereign and fully electric Gran Turismo in the RS version with outstanding performance and handling. It combines expressive design with strong electric power, high efficiency, and of course, daily usability. The Audi e-tron GT brings definitely Vorsprung durch Technik on the road. Our customers can choose between two versions, a sporty RS version or an all-around model for long journeys. The Audi e-tron GT is the first battery electric vehicle from Audi with a flat bottom architecture. And thanks to the very low installation position of the battery, our designers were able to create an exterior design with exciting proportions. The low center of gravity, which is even lower than in the R8, ensures dynamic driving. The electric Quattro, torque vectoring or all-wheel steering ensures optimum grip for a maximum of driving performance and safety. And very important for electric cars is the reproducibility. You can accelerate with the Audi e-tron GT several times in a row without loss of performance. But the intelligent thermal management system can do a lot more. With up to 270 kilowatt at 800 volts, we reach the next level in high performance charging, and that allows us very low charging times.
How does the RS model differ from the e-tron GT Quattro? What is the intention with the RS e-tron GT?
The Audi RS e-tron GT is an all-electric Gran Turismo that combines everything we are passionate about. For us at Audi Sport, it is the first model ever we created which redefines high performance and emotional design. Offering dynamic performance, of course, everyday usability and a strong character, that's everything RS stands for. And please note that Audi RS e-tron GT is the most powerful series production Audi we've ever created.
That's interesting. It's the strongest Audi we've ever created. What is so special with the RS e-tron GT?
Compared to its counterpart, the Audi e-tron GT Quattro, the RS version will deliver 180 Newton meters more torque. And this offers a number of advantages, especially in terms of acceleration and top speed. The RS version also comes with higher standard equipment, for example, the LED matrix lights, an adaptive air suspension, or our all-new carbon braking system. And last but not least, we took a lot of effort in the RS version to provide them the RS typical engine and suspension setup.
Let's have a quick look at some of the technical highlights of the two models.
We start from 530 horsepower in the Audi e-tron GT up to 646 horsepower in the RS version, which is really impressive. With up to 830 Newton meters of torque, the RS version will accelerate in just 3.3 seconds from 0 to 100. Of course, for electric cars, the range is very important. Both versions will offer the range you need for long journeys.
Before we talk more about technology, I'm interested in learning more about target groups and markets. How would you describe, from a product marketing perspective, your target group? Who is the potential buyer of the e-tron GT?
Well, Christian, the Audi e-tron GT customers are highly demanding, performance-oriented car enthusiasts who value sustainability, progressive design and progressive technique. Most of them are middle-aged, highly educated and have a high monthly income. They also can afford more than just one car. In terms of performance, they prefer a powerful but smooth acceleration, kind of intelligent performance. And they have passion for details, maximum of precision and the highest quality. That's why they choose our brand and at least the Audi e-tron GT.
Will the e-tron GT be available worldwide? What are the core markets?
Of course, the e-tron GT will be a world car. We expect around 50% of our customers from North America. The second big focus market will be UK and Europe, especially Germany, Benelux and Scandinavia. As you maybe know, the e-tron SUV is the best-selling car in Norway so far. And of course, we want to continue that success story with the Audi e-tron GT.
Both versions have a lot of technology and equipment in common. Let's talk a little bit more about this in detail. For us at Audi, it was most important from a technical point of view to give the e-tron GT its unique character in terms of driving performance. This is what makes the e-tron GT a unique Audi. In my opinion, this applies to the steering and suspension. What can you tell us about this, Sven?
Absolutely. As Steff already mentioned, the GT concept is focused on a perfect combination of daily usability and performance. Of course, the suspension is one of the most important parts to realize that versatile character. Here on the e-tron GT, we offer a 3-chamber air suspension. It's the first time at Audi. In combination with our electrically controlled dampers, we can realize that big spread between a very comfortable setup and a very performance-oriented setup. The suspension is also very adaptive. To give you a short example, the e-tron GT can lower the suspension by 22 millimeters at high speeds to optimize the drag coefficient, what at least optimizes the efficiency of the car. For increased agility, a reduced turning circle at low speeds and more stability at high speeds, we are offering a rear wheel steering. In combination with our electromechanical steering at the front axle, we can realize a perfect Gran Turismo package. Very smooth, but also very precise at the same time.
And Sven, in addition to the steering and to the suspension, the Audi e-tron GT combines the two main principles of Audi, e-tron and quattro. The electric all-wheel drive system quattro with one engine on the rear axle and one on the front axle will distribute the driving forces among these two axles precisely, dynamically, and of course, efficiently. Compared to its counterpart, the mechanical system, it reacts up to 5 times faster. In addition, the electrically controlled and fully variable rear axle differential lock delivers even greater traction and enhanced steering behavior. The heart of the system is a fully variable multi-plate clutch, which allows a precise control of the driving forces between the left and the right rear wheel.
The perfect suspension system requires also a matching powertrain. What can you tell us about this?
The e-tron GT has 2 electric motors, one on the front axle and one on the rear axle. On the front axle, the Audi e-tron GT has a 175 kilowatt-hour engine, similar in the Audi e-tron GT Quattro and the RS e-tron GT. However, the electric motor on the rear axle depends on the model. The RS version has a 15 kilowatt more powerful engine. In addition to the permanent system power output, both versions will offer an approximately 2.5 second overboost function for maximum of acceleration. And to bring the power on the road, we offer a 2-speed transmission. The first gear is for a quick acceleration and high torque. And the second gear is for high efficiency and high speed. At high speed, also less heat is generated due to the lower engine speed. And Christian, that's a real advantage.
Steff, what is so special about the electric motors?
In contrast to the well-known Audi e-tron, the all-new Audi e-tron GT has PSM engines. The special feature of these motors are a very high power density in a very compact design with a good thermal behavior. This achieves high levels of reproducibility and efficiency, and this ensures lasting power and superior performance.
Dynamic driving also requires a high-performance deceleration, meaning braking and recuperation. Sven.
Yes, Christian, the following is true regarding e-vehicles. Braking is for winners. Kinetic energy can be converted by recuperation, and so we can recharge the battery while driving or braking the car. There are 3 various ways to change the recuperation system. The first is the automatic mode. In the automatic mode is using a predictive control based on route or the vehicle in front of your car. The second option is the setting via drive select. And the third option, you can manually change the recuperation while using the recuperation pedals on the steering wheel. Basically, the e-tron GT recuperates up to a braking pressure of 0.3 G. Only when this is exceeded, the mechanical brakes take effect.
In case you need to brake harder so that the recuperation is not sufficient anymore, what kind of brakes are available for the e-tron GT?
We will offer 3 different types of braking systems. The e-tron GT will have a standard steel brake in the standard setting. The first option will be the Audi Carbide braking system, an absolute highlight and the first in the entire Audi portfolio. A braking system with a surface 10 times harder than steel. A surface which is nearly as hard as a diamond and at the same time as reflective as a mirror. Therefore, it allows us to reduce brake dust by almost 90%. And it allows us to optimize the durability of the disc by around 30% in comparison to a standard steel braking disc.
Sven, what kind of brakes are available here at our car?
Here on the Audi e-tron GT Quattro, we can see the optional Audi Carbide braking system with a red braking caliper. You can also order the red braking caliper, for example, in orange, for a very nice colorful accent in the exterior. In addition, we are offering a much lighter ceramic braking system for the maximum of high performance. You can also order the braking calipers in 3 different colors.
We have saved the most important part of the Gran Turismo for the end, the battery. What battery is installed in the e-tron GT?
Here we can see a short overview of our battery technical data. The e-tron GT will have a lithium-ion battery with pouch cells and a cruise capacity of 93.4 kilowatt hours.
What charging options are available for the e-tron GT?
Of course, we can charge the e-tron GT with AC as well as DC charging. Standard with AC charging is 11 kilowatt. As an option, we are offering a 22 kilowatt AC onboard charger. With this option, you can realize a charging time from 5 to 80% in around 5 hours.
Sven, could you show us at the car how this exactly works?
The Audi e-tron GT always comes with 2 charging ports on the left and on the right side. They are located right behind the front wheels. Both charging ports are able to use AC charging. That's important for charging at home, for example, in your garage. The charging port on the right side also includes DC charging. That's very important for a very fast recharge of the Audi e-tron GT. For example, you can use the Ionity fast charging stations to recharge the e-tron GT in just 22.5 minutes from 5 to 80%. In other words, you can recharge 100 kilometers in just around 5 minutes. I think that's amazing.
How exactly would it work if you go on a journey? Let's assume you are driving on a trip from Munich to Berlin. This is roughly 600 kilometers. What do you have to consider and how would you proceed?
To get the best range and the best start in the next morning, I would recommend to pre-temperature and to charge the car so that it's in perfect condition when you want to leave. Both can be configured by using the My Audi app. The My Audi app also includes the Etron route planner. This is important to get the fastest route to Berlin, because the Etron route planner includes, for example, the charging stops on your way to Berlin.
Sven, what do you think? How many charging stops do you need on your way to Berlin, depending on your driving style?
I have a moderate, sometimes a little bit fast driving style, and I think I have to charge 2 or 3 times on a high-performance Ionity charger on the Autobahn. At the end, I will need maybe 6 or 6.5 hours, depending on the traffic, from Munich to Berlin. It's very important to use the navigation system when you're planning to charge on a high-performance charging station. The intelligent thermal management system of the Audi e-tron GT puts the temperature of the battery into the perfect range to realize the fastest possible charging time.
For long journeys, you need to have a decent luggage space. Buzzword, everyday usability. Steff, what can you tell us more about this?
As a Gran Turismo, the Audi e-tron GT is a very comfortable car for long journeys too, and offers easily enough space for 4 adults. Now I want to show you how comfortable the Audi e-tron GT really is. I am 1.8 meters tall, and look how easy it is to enter the rear of the car and get into a comfortable seating position. I can park my feet in the so-called foot garage, which allows a very sporty seating position without loss of comfort. And despite the very low roofline, I still have a lot of headroom. And there is also much space for luggage. The luggage compartment has a volume of up to 405 liters. And if you want to fit even bigger things, you can fold down the rear seats in a 40-20-40 split. The frunk under the bonnet has a volume of 85 liters, which is perfect for storing all my charging equipment.
I would like to thank you both for this fascinating discussion, and I wish you lots of fun with your next trip with the e-tron GT.